Sunny, a warm day tomorrow with an afternoon or early evening thunderstorm around. High temperature tomorrow around 85. Very warm Tuesday with some sun and a high of 88. And then it will be a hot, more humid day Wednesday with clouds and sun. There will be a thunderstorm possible in the afternoon, probably even more likely into the evening hours as the cold front approaches. Wednesday's high near 90. And behind that front, the humidity will start to drop Thursday and it won't be quite as hot with highs close to 80.
Hear every Mets game, plus the news, traffic, and weather you need every day. Count on WCBS and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Stacey Lynn. An exchange of early morning rockets between Israel and Hezbollah. BBC's Ora Gerlin is in southern Lebanon.
We don't actually know how effective the Hezbollah operation was. Hezbollah says it fired 320 Katyusha rockets towards Israel and also sent drones. We don't know how many of those were intercepted on the way, how many were shot down.
But IDF spokesman Nadav Shoshani says
we've hit thousands of rocket launcher barrels, and we thwarted hundreds of rockets and UAVs on their way to Israeli communities.
The situation there remains tense as U.S. and Arab mediators have been trying to broker a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war in Gaza. Here's the BBC's John Dunn.
Despite very, very intensive diplomacy and pressure from the United States and also from the Egyptians and the Qataris who have been mediating in these talks, there's no real sign of a deal.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu said the country will do whatever is necessary to defend itself against Hezbollah. Democratic New Jersey Senator Cory Booker told CNN.
The most urgent issue right now is ending this awful conflict in the Middle East, bringing about a ceasefire and stopping this from expanding to a wider arena. So last night was really worrisome.
A deadly attack in Germany with possible ties to ISIS. Details from CBS's Haley Ott.
Authorities say a 26-year-old man has turned himself in to German police, claiming responsibility for a knife attack that killed at least 3 people and wounded 8 at a festival on Friday in the western German city of Solingen. German police and prosecutors say the man's involvement in the attack and his, quote, participation in a terrorist organization is being investigated.
Some extreme heat is baking the southern plains and Midwest. Meteorologist Tony Fracassos with the National Weather Service.
Shifting the focus across the plains of Kansas all the way up to North Dakota, Minnesota. Temperatures today up into the 90s, around 100 degrees. May not touch records, maybe pretty close.
Texas is dealing with record heat as well. Another music group says no to Donald Trump. The Foo Fighters say the Trump campaign wasn't allowed to use their song My Hero when the former president welcomed former independent candidate RFK Jr. to the stage at a rally in Arizona Friday. A spokesperson for the band told CBS News Foo Fighters were not asked permission, and if they were, they would not have granted it. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell her 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it. Between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Portions of this broadcast have been recorded. This is WCBS 880 Magazine. Today's top stories and interviews on news, plus the latest cultural and lifestyle trends.
Can I truck out something from the archives?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, people love this radio station because we report on things, of course. There is the daily in and out of the facts and everything. But every once in a while you listen to something and you hear the heart and soul come through. And you realize that for all the craziness and the madness and the annoyingness, if that's a word, of New York City, it is totally worth it. So here is a New York City cop in the midst of the transit strike of 1980, out there and just doing his job with style. And WCBS News Radio 88's Walt Wheeler, transit strike 1980.
41st Street and 7th Avenue. Busy Port Authority bus terminal pedestrian traffic. Heavy traffic on the avenue. And a light line of patter from the cop on the corner.
Shake a hand and kiss a friend. You'll feel better. All right? Be careful on that bike, all right? A lot of accidents.
He's Officer John McLaughlin. Normally, he works in the organized crime unit. But now he's doing traffic duty during the transit strike.
No, not really.
Not really?
I'm just some eccentric. I like to stand in the corner and talk to people. Everybody, have a nice day. Quickly. All right, hold it up, please.
And note that please. No whistle, no harsh shout, but please. Hold it up, please. And in between, treating his charges like old friends, something they respond to warmly.
He's fantastic.
I love him.
Really. Makes the whole force have a better image, you know? Very pleasant guy.
He's been here. And the other morning in the terrible rainstorm, he was standing in the middle of the street getting drenched, and he said to people, don't you step in my puddle. I don't want you to be responsible for sending you home to your husbands and wives with a cold. He made it a joy.
Says McLaughlin, I'm having fun. They give me more pleasure than I give them. I'm Walt Wheeler.
Thank you so much for your kind messages from everyone, from all our listeners. We really are so appreciative of that. Thank you.
Hey, man, I know we have to get to Lisa, and we will. And Lisa, feel free to take your time. I'm going to kill a commercial. What are they going to do, fire me? So I just want to say, you mentioned Walt Wheeler. I remember Walt Wheeler telling me when I got here in 1988, he was one of these guys who was really ahead of the curve with technology and the computers and all. He said, you know, someday they're going to invent a technology soon that will be able to replace you.
Right.
It will be a voice that will be able to convey emotion and personality. Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
That was many years before AI came along.
And here we are all these years later. Lisa, good morning.
Good morning, guys. And I just want to share, I have a quick memory about you guys. I've been listening for years. I remember you were talking about, Paul was talking about the Willis Tower in Chicago. And all of a sudden, Wayne chimes in and says, what you talking about? You know, and it's something like that that just, I don't know if you remember that, but but it's that. You say the things that are on our minds. Maybe we have the both wild sense of humor, but that's what I always loved about you guys. So thank you for all you've done.
WCBS 880 Magazine.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just